And they call it the Amazon effect, the e-commerce giant dominating apparel and also footwear sales last year, surpassing Walmart with sales of $35 billion. That's according to Euromonitor. Wells Fargo noting that the e-commerce giant accounts for half of retail growth last year, is signaling the pivot to online shopping and signaling that it will continue to grow. Joining us, Money Map Press Chief Technical Strategist Dr. Barton. Dr., great to see you. It seems like right now Amazon is unstoppable. Facebook and Instagram may be trying to take a bite out of that business, but it's Amazon.
Yeah, and when you look at these numbers and you hear that Instagram's coming in, which is, by the way, a great thing for Facebook shareholders because they haven't had problems monetizing Instagram. So this is a good thing for them. But boy, they're starting so late in the game. And I think they're going to be targeting, if you look at it, Jackie, they're going to be targeting higher end, higher fashion things than is the bread and butter of Amazon sales.
That is true. I see that myself.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they're so big that we say they made $35 billion in sales. The number was actually 35.5. We're just rounding off. We're losing $500 million in the conversation. That's how dominant they were. But the one number that you hit that is so key, of all the retail growth in the whole U.S., Amazon accounted for half of all the growth.
Right.
That's how fast they're so big, and they're still growing so much faster than everyone else. They're a juggernaut.
They're big, they're growing, but Walmart has certainly given them a run for their money, especially in the grocery space, which they're looking to tackle next.
Sure, and Amazon obviously is late to that game. That's Walmart's real strength in this battle. Their acquisition of Jet has certainly helped out with their online presence, and they're doing well. Walmart is doing well in growing their game at a distant second.
Mm-hmm. And what about the shipping policies, joining Prime, free shipping or free 2-day shipping if you're a Prime member, the memberships that they're collecting there? How does that make their business model different than the others?
Well, again, orders of magnitude are mind-blowing. Let's talk about the number of Prime members, which they, for the first time, told us about last year in their April earnings report. They have right now, and it's grown since then, 95 million as of the middle of last year, pushing 100 million people just in the U.S., probably around 120 globally. They make more money from Prime memberships than Netflix makes in total. That's how much that's how impressive that revenue stream is.
When you talk about retail, the sentiment is that, oh, brick and mortar is dead or it's dying and it's harder than it used to be. But what's interesting is you see Amazon, the leader, making this push to brick and mortar, not only in the grocery space, but the beauty space. So when I see Amazon doing something like that, I think they know something everyone else doesn't know.
Yeah, and I think it's not so much they're trying to go where some new profits are to be found. They're expanding their tentacles. They want you to think Amazon anytime you want to buy something, not just when you go online, but anytime you think, if I want to buy something, I'm going to get some groceries. Oh, Whole Foods. I want to go and do makeup. Let me find the Amazon brand. They want to make that seamless across all of those shopping experiences.
And coincidentally, there is that story today about Jeff Bezos and his personal life, the National Enquirer and the text messages. You know, that was a big story when it first broke. Now it seems to be, even with the updates, though they're juicy, it seems to be diminishing a little bit. Your thoughts on does that have any impact here?
That's it. From a stock price perspective, zero. Has nothing to do with how Bezos runs the company, which has been brilliant. How he runs his personal life, much less than brilliant. Not a fan, but what he's doing as a CEO of the company, as we can tell, the stock's up a couple of % today. It's working.
Okay, great to see you, Dr. Barton. Thank you.